Hello everybody and welcome back to Traversing Food, where today we're going to be checking out this French RCIR 24-hour ration. This is menu number 11, and yes, this is the newer menu 11. I believe the older one of the mains was veal and Marengo sauce, and this one is pistachio stuffed sausage. Now, I don't know if everything is different. Both of them are still the pork risotto with mushrooms. I'm kind of amazed I done a check and nobody's done the newer menu 11 yet. I've had this a few months. I figured it ought to be done, but I'm just going to throw this out there. Here's a little info on this ration. It was packed on July 29th, 2019. Got a best by date of March 6th, 2023. And let's see here. We got, I know it's a little blurred out, but it's 3,600 kcals, 20% fat, 64% carbohydrates, and 16% protein. Weighs in at 1.75 kilograms or 3.85 pounds. Yeah, let's get this baby opened. Yeah, if I remember right, the older menu 11, I think I called it the mushroom ration because it had so many items in there with mushrooms. This one kind of does too, but not as bad. Man, sorry about the noise. Yeah, plastic's tough. Got a little dinged up, but that's okay. Oh, come on. Damn, Steve, you suck, man. There we go. Okay. Looks like we got a chocolate muesli right off the bat. Move this over a little bit. Okay. Sure enough, right off the bat. And it reminds me of a lot of things, I believe, I don't know if this one has, but it changed a lot of MXR items. So we got a Voyager chocolate muesli right off the bat. Got our box of biscuits, which you got 3 salted biscuits, 2 packs of cereal biscuits, and 2 packs of chocolate biscuits. Let's see, let's start that off right there. Usually I gotta put some right in the middle, or the focus on the camera really messes up if I start over off to the side. And yeah, I had to get the translator out. Got a packet of vegetable soup, a packet of apricot jam. We've got a isotonic sports drink. This one is mango tea. Gee, really? It's not peach? Some people will get it. Some of our snacks, we got a standard, the good old nougat bar. Got our 60% chocolate bar. Got our apricot cereal bar. I think we got a fruit bar too, don't we? Ah, there they are. We've got our fruit bar, which is pear flavored. My absolute favorite is raspberry. And we have our coffee commando bar. And I believe I can move this down out of the way now. Focus will be okay. We've got a no-name brand packet of tissue paper or toilet paper, whatever you want to use it for. Our drink pack, which I'll open up in a minute. And something a little different, at least for flavor-wise, we have our, like a processed cheese. And this one, instead, I usually get blue cheese. This one is goat cheese. And we have our pate. I believe this is the pork pate with mushrooms. We've got our Esbit heating stove. It's more like a kit. Let me see if we got some pictures. Yeah, you got your stove. You got a little handle that you can fold to take your main meals off the stove after they're heated up. Fuel tabs, matches. You got a trash bag, 6 water purification tablets. You got a little foldable spork, and you got toothpicks. It's a nice little kit. I'm not gonna open it up because I pretty much can't stuff everything back in properly. Put that up there. And we have our 300 grams of pork risotto with mushrooms. And for the newer main meal, we have our pistachio stuffed sausage. Okay, that is everything in the box. We still got to open up our drink pack. Alright, and yeah, this one is it the new one? I think it is. We've got 2 packets of instant coffee. It's pretty much been the same since the dawn of time, just about. We have our mint tea, a Royal Ceylon tea, two packs of sugar. And we usually have 2 packs of salt and 2 packs of pepper. Yes, we do. Got 2 packs of salt, 2 packs of pepper, and got our hot chocolate drink. And that is everything. Decent amount of food in the French rations. I've always enjoyed them. But anyway, let me get my tray and we'll get our breakfast started. Okay, everybody, here's our breakfast. Naturally, gonna have our chocolate muesli, got our coffee commando bar, apricot jam, got a pack of cereal biscuits, got our Royal Ceylon tea, gonna have a coffee with our hot chocolate, and I just grabbed a spoon out of my camping bag. But I am gonna get a little bowl for a cereal. You know, it does have a fill line on each side of the bag, but it has no gussets, so there's no way for it to stand up. Calls for 100 milliliters of water. It says to use cold water and, you know, wait about 4 minutes. I like my chocolate chips to melt, so I use about 100 milliliters of some pretty warm water. Hopefully, like I said, the chocolate chips will melt pretty well. It's not boiling water, but it's pretty warm. I mean, you're not going to burn your finger on it. And you never know, they may not melt. Maybe the water wasn't hot enough. But I'm just going to let that sit for a little while. I guess I should have got a coffee and everything ready first. And hot chocolate is more of a dark hot chocolate. It's not very sweet. Smells nice. And the coffee's okay. I've had them both separate, but together they go really well. And our tea. Hopefully everybody's doing okay. I might have maybe a little sit down, talk a little bit maybe during the week. Not sure yet. Get our coffee commando bar opened up. And our cereal crackers for biscuits. And I love these. These are, you can see they're toasted nice and dark. Yeah, get our apricot jam ready real quick. I would have had the apricot cereal bar, but we already got apricot jam for breakfast. I'll have the cereal bar for lunch. Gave our apricot jam a little bit of a kneading. See how this is on its own. And it's not too bad. I wish the flavor was a little bit stronger. Has a decent apricot flavor. You usually get strawberry. But let's check out a piece of our biscuit too. Has a decent, nice little wheat flavor to it. I like it when they bake them a little bit dark. They're a little bit sweet, but not very sweet at all. Now I gave our coffee drink another mix. And our coffee cereal bar. It's nice and dense. It's almost like a nougat. And the cereal bar, or the commando bars are pretty good. Like I said, they're really dense. They're almost like a nougat flavor. Has a little, like, Rice Krispies in there. I don't know if you can see them. They protrude, or They show up a little bit. But it's a little bit sweet. Has a good crunch to it. The coffee flavor's okay. I believe it also comes in red berry. But it has been about 5 minutes. Our tea is done. As you don't add sugar or creamer. Well, it doesn't come with creamer. But the tea is usually never bitter. And I don't add sugar to it. Yeah, that's a decent Ceylon tea. It's not bitter. And you can put sugar in there if you want, but I usually don't. Decent flavor. I've always enjoyed it. But let's give our muesli a try. The chocolate chips melted some, but not totally. Check this out. And this has a really nice chocolate flavor. You know, like I said, I used some water that was pretty warm, not boiling. I don't want my muesli to be mushy. And I know I mentioned this a lot, even though this is chocolate muesli, I still wish it had like pumpkin seeds or sunflower seeds in there. Give it a little bit more texture, but this is good. Yeah, the cereal flakes aren't mushy. Good chocolate flavor. Not very sweet at all. We'll give our coffee hot chocolate drink a try. And yeah, that's just the way I like it. The hot chocolate, like I said, it's more of a dark chocolate than a sweet chocolate. Some people might think with the coffee in there, it's not sweet enough. I'm sure you can add a packet of sugar to it. And it's your choice. But it has a really good chocolate coffee flavor. I enjoy it. But anyway, this is going to do it for breakfast. Decent start to the day. Definitely going to finish everything here. I always enjoy the French rations. But I hope you're enjoying everything so far. And I'll see you at lunch. Okay, everybody, here we are with our lunch. Got our pork risotto with mushrooms, our vegetable soup, got our cheese spread, which is goat cheese, some salted crackers, mango tea, got our nougat bar, or fruit nougat bar, and our apricot cereal bar. A little salt and pepper if we need it. But let's get our main meal, starting heating up in some hot water. And get our drink started. Calls for 500 milliliters of water. Glass holds just under 400, so yeah. I don't put in the full amount of water, which is just fine. And our keep wanting to say potato. Our vegetable soup. It's got potatoes on there, turnips, leeks, carrots. Smells nice. The soups that come with these have always been pretty good. The only odd one is when you get that fish soup. It definitely has a good fish taste to it, but to me it could use some extras. Okay, here's our 250 milliliters of water for our soup. I was hoping it wouldn't clump up too bad. I'm sure everything will dissolve in just fine, especially after it thickens up a little bit. Okay, and our water for our drink. And while I mix this up, as usual, you know I'll edit this out. Okay, I forgot to hit the record button on my camera, but I opened up the fruit nougat bar, the apricot cereal bar, and one thing I didn't think of when I opened up the cheese spread, you know, if I remember right, it says like melting cheese or it's a fondue. I wonder if I put some heat on this and let it melt to see if it actually melt into like a fondue cheese. And if it did, I wonder if I would have saved it for my sausage and just dunk my sausage pieces in there. I bet that would have been pretty good. But anyway, let's get the fruit nougat bar out of the way. I mean, they're not too bad, but yeah, for some reason it has like a paint thinner or turpentine smell to them, but they taste okay. Yeah, I got a decent fruit taste to it. When you see the size of the piece of fruit in there, they are pretty good. They just smell weird. And our cereal bar, very dense. Got a lot of little Rice Krispies in there. And it has a slight apricot flavor to it. Very crispy. You know, they're like little soy Krispies. Not too sweet, but they do taste pretty good. And before it cools off too much, let's check out our soup. Thickened up really nice. You can see the bits of carrots in there. It's got turnip, potato, and leeks. They're usually pretty good. And it is. Got a decent potato flavor. It's seasoned well. It doesn't need salt. It doesn't seem like there's that much to it, but they do taste really nice. I think some of them even come with like little noodles and croutons. Let's check out this mango tea. And it's okay. You know, it doesn't really have much of a tea flavor. It tastes a little bit of mango, but it's pretty heavy on the chemicals. Or I guess I could say, since it's a sports drink, it's pretty heavy on the minerals. The MX3, drink packs, they've never been my favorites, but they don't taste too bad. Check out their cheese spread real quick. Yeah, that's really good. Got a nice little, I guess, tartness to it. Goat cheese. I bet it would have melted really nice. And even though it's like a processed cheese, it's got really nice flavor to it. I always did enjoy those. I usually get blue cheese. I can't remember the last time I've got a goat cheese. And here we have our main meal, our pork risotto with mushrooms. It is pretty hot. Let's see how well I can get this opened up without burning myself. And yeah, these are packed pretty tight. Definitely see the mushrooms in there. See if this will break apart pretty easily. And I've had this before, even though I just heated it through. It's not like I'm trying to cook anything, but they're decent sized pieces of pork, but the rice, as you can see, it's pretty mushy. Let's check out the rice real quick. Yeah, I only heated up maybe 8 minutes in hot water, and yeah, the rice it's quite mushy. But let's get a big old chunk of pork here. Check it out. Yeah, the pork's really good. Nice and tender. It's not dry. It's seasoned well. Definitely enough salt for my taste. But definitely could use some pepper. Try and get a chunk of mushroom in here this time. A little bit of everything. See how it is. Yeah, everything goes really well together. The extra pepper helps. I've always enjoyed this main, even though the rice is a little mushy. But that's going to do it for lunch. Everything here is really good. If you don't mind, like I said, a little bit of mushy rice. The main meal is really nice. The soup is great. The cheese is great. The drink, never cared for the MX3 drinks. And even though the nougat bar smells a little weird, they do taste nice. Like I said, that's going to do it for now. I'll see you at dinner. Okay, here we are for dinner. Got our main, which is the pistachio stuffed sausage. I think this has mashed potatoes with it. Got our pork pate with mushrooms, salted crackers. Got a chocolate bar, our pear flavored fruit bar. I'm going to check out some of the chocolate biscuits. And we're going to have our mint tea, which I guess get that ready really quick. And we'll get our main in some hot water. And we got some water for our tea. I've always enjoyed this tea. It's got a nice mint flavor to it. And we'll get our pate opened up really quick. Smells good. I know it says pate, but it looks more like a terrine. Salted biscuits. And our fruit bar, which is pear. I think I've had the pear before. All the fruit bars are pretty good. Some are just better than others, which I think I've always enjoyed the raspberry the best. And then the apricot. I think they have peach, pear, and they might have apple, but I don't think so. Candy bars, it's bloomed a little bit. But now it's just a little bit. It'll be just fine. And our chocolate biscuits, which are kind of like the cereal biscuits. Just got a little bit of chocolate flavor to them. But anyway, let's check out pork and mushroom. Like I said, it says pate, but it's not smooth enough to be a pate, so I believe it's called a terrine. And that's actually pretty good. It seems a little bit dry, but it still has a good flavor to it. Goes really well with the crackers though. Not very heavy on the liver flavor. Not very salty. You can see some of the mushrooms, like a little dark area there. Yeah, it's pretty good. Check out our fruit bar. Usually there's a little bit more sugar on the outside. I think these are also pretty good. And yeah, the fruit bar is very good. The flavor on them is very pronounced. Got a very good fruit flavor to them. A little bit sweet, a little bit tart. Always a winner. Check out one of these chocolate biscuits. You can see all the kind of specks of chocolate in there too. Yeah, these are nice. They're not very sweet. Got a little bit of a chocolate flavor to them. Pretty good. And it's been a couple minutes on our tea. This is just a mint tea, so you don't really need to do it the first or a full 5 minutes like a lot of your breakfast teas. Maybe 3 minutes is fine. And give that a taste. Yeah, that is very nice. Got a really nice mint flavor to it. You can put sugar in there if you want. I never put sugar in there. I like just a natural flavor to it. Okay, everybody. I had to take Code out and I turned the camera off. But when I came back in and turned the camera back on, I plated my main and I forgot to hit the damn record button. Sorry. But I haven't tried anything yet. It smells really good. You definitely got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Looks like 7 good, decent sized pieces of sausage. And it looks like some slightly mashed potatoes. But let's give the potatoes a try real quick. And those are really good. I mean, it just, like I say, seem like they're just slightly mashed, but they're very buttery. But they got a lot of the grease from the sausage, which it makes them very rich. Let's give a piece of sausage a try. And the sausage is very good. Everything's not overly salty, but you can see the pistachio, but you really can't taste it. But the dish is salted very well. But I always like a lot of extra pepper on my meals. It's just the way I am. There we go. Trying to get everything out of there. I always think pepper makes everything taste a little bit better. Let me find a piece of sausage down here with some potatoes, a little extra pepper. And that is, everything in this main is really good. The sausage, I guess sausage wise, it probably tastes more like a Polish sausage, like a kielbasa. But everything there is really good. We'll give our chocolate bar a try. See, it's just a little bit bloomed. I'm sure it's fine. And yeah, the chocolate's just fine. A good 60%. Not really bitter, not really sweet. Has a very good flavor to it. Pretty enjoyable. But anyway, that's going to do it for this French RCIR 24-hour ration. This is the new menu 11 with the pistachio sausage and mashed potatoes. I believe the older one was the veal and Marengo sauce. And that's really the only thing that's different. Sure, you might have different flavor snacks, but the main difference is one of the mains. But everything was really good. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, everything really enjoyable. I think the only thing I wish they'd add to the French rations is to add another drink. Sure, you have 2 teas, 2 coffees, and a hot chocolate, but I'd like 2 regular like sports drinks or just a standard fruit flavored drink for lunch and dinner, and not just have 1 drink. I'd rather have 2. But other than that, I have no complaints about the French rations. I've always enjoyed them. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this review, and if you did, hit that like button, share with your friends, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.